The Talktopia Sessions.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to the Chubby Music Factory. I'm actually serious. We are the Chubby
We
Music
decided
Factory.
the name of the podcast exactly 7 minutes back.
Yeah, so we are a production of Elf Studios, which is in Chirag Enclave in New Delhi. We've just started off, and we've got an amazing recording
Basically, it's two studios rolled into one. One is a podcast studio, like a video podcast studio, and one is a Dolby Atmos, enabled audio production unit with state-of-the-art broadcast quality, blah, blah, blah. But we're not here for our voices.
or the studio for that matter. We are here because we have somebody very special with us in studio.
And that somebody is... Wait a minute. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw! Let's get the show on the road.
One of the, in my humble opinion, one of the best and only country artists, I think, in Delhi. Been doing his thing since approximately 10 years, if I'm not wrong.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I've known you since 2015, and he's been doing a fantastic job doing regular gigs, employing a lot of session musicians, giving entertainment to a lot of venues, and making original music. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Winston Balman! Woohoo! Shore mein jao, ladko, shore mein jao.
Thank you so much. Really happy to be here.
We've got a studio audience, definitely.
I'm glad.
What's been happening?
Thanks so much for coming on the show, man. This is really nice of you. And sorry about the previous hiccups. Ixnay on the whatever. But I'm really glad you made it on. This has been absolutely fantastic, and you've been really nice about it. So we've got extra tea.
I was stoked, man. As soon as I got that call, I was like, yeah, this is something I want to do,
Yeah.
And, every chance I get to speak about music and, spread the word about, country and country rock music being done in India, that's my jam.
How did it come to pass? I mean, first of all, of course, you are passionate about country music. Correct. But how did you get into that in the first place, in this merry old country that we call India?
I grew up in Clementown, Dehradun, and a lot of Anglo-Indians had a lot of music in them. And a lot of this music was country music. I must have been about 5 or 6 years old when I started poking around my dad's cassettes and this and that, but I would always have an ear for the music that's being played on DD1, stuff like that. So I would go, butt naked dancing when the music would turn on, and my mom would, stop me from bringing all the dekchis outside and playing the drums on those things. I was going nuts. But it all came to fruition real quick because I met this guy called Bobby Cash.
Oh, yeah.
The Bobby Cash.
The Bobby Cash.
The man.
And I met him early on. I must have been a teenager back then. And he came to our school to, just do a little bit of an exhibition performance. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't believe myself because he was singing the songs that I heard, as a kid that my dad used to play in the house. And I got the chance to speak to him. And Bobby said, you do what you're made in the world to do. So I was made to sing these songs and entertain people. And that's what I was put on this earth to do. And that kind of hit me pretty hard because as far as I knew, I was a kid that loved music. So I would always, bunk my lessons, my classes for music. That's how country music, through the introduction of Bobby, me meeting him and then starting to focus a little bit more on country music from there on. And then again, already being exposed from my own household, that we already had a lot of country music in the household, it kind of crept in a little bit more and I focused on it pretty hard. By the time I was in college, I had already had my phase of hip hop, and I was a DJ for a bit. And there came a time when I said, I just want to go back to where it all started. Then I said, I'm just going to do country music now. Maybe I'm going to do country rock, but I'm going to do something that's honest, written down by a human being, tells the truth, simple, and
Did the boots and the hat and the look have anything to do with your attraction towards country music? Because, that's the first thing that, comes to my mind when I think of country music.
It's a lot of testosterone.
Yeah, it's a lot of style and, look.
Well, I'm gonna have to bring down my voice a little bit. But yeah, man, like my first growing up, I was watching a lot of John Wayne movies. So I was infatuated with this whole country western thing early on in life. So
including Genghis Khan.
one of the movies I remember was The Road to El Dorado, and McKenna's Gold and Good, Bad, the Ugly, blah blah. Now we're talking about movies that were slow but had real, manly, masculine emotion. All right, so that was definitely something that I loved. And then when I met Bobby and I met him, in his larger than life personality, that was it. They were like, this is just seal the deal. I'm, here's the sale lead, man. Take my cash. I'm sold on this idea. So now it's more aesthetic, but it's also very important for me to feel the right way, while I'm on stage. So I wear the costume as close as I can, but I don't want to be too campy, but relatable. Because even in India, we're still telling stories, and country music's all about just telling stories. So if you're a good storyteller, it doesn't really matter whether it's, the hat or a dhoti. All right. It's the story, and it'll relate to anybody. That's pretty much it.
I'd like to see somebody do a hat and a dhoti. That would be an interesting act. I mean, we've seen a lot of weird stuff, but I'm not saying you do this. I'm just saying that that'll be fun one way or the other.
Yeah.
Like country Tamil music.
You know what? There's a lot of folks in the Northeast that are doing it.
Yeah.
So
country Tamil music? That's a
no.
weird.
No. So
The whole look.
yeah,
Yeah.
the whole look. Plus, there's a specific kind of a hat. It's called the Sikkimese hat.
Oh, yes, I know what you
All
mean.
right, the Sikkimese hat is a specific kind of a hat. It's very different from the Texan, kind of a hat, or should I say, cowboy hat. But it has a similar look and feel. But the story is similar again. All right, and the Northeasterns in India love country music. There's more country music out there than I could, bring in a bunch of states over here. If I'm just doing my music over here, there's a bunch of guys out there who are doing it over there. They just don't have the recognition as yet. Through me, I want to tell everybody out there, there's a lot of country music that's there to be heard. You haven't heard it as yet. That's pretty much. That's very
we're
important.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You've traveled a bit across the length and breadth of India, right?
Correct.
Doing shows.
Correct.
What has been, how well received has country music been in different parts? Because we just think of Delhi, Mumbai, or whatever, but I think you've been to a few more places. What has been the response of people?
Everybody listens to country music. Everywhere I've been, they've heard it, they've loved it, they've always been very receptive, and they've always called me back. And me doing something that is so niche and so polarizing, I must say, and then calling me back is because they like it. It doesn't matter what kind of music it is. If you're good at it and you find a way to connect with people with it, they'll want you and they'll like you and they'll call you back and they'll want more of it all the time.
What is the most surprising place where you encountered fans of country music?
Lucknow.
Lucknow! Oh my God.
I'm not kidding.
भाईजान टुंडे कबाब भी थोड़ी देर में खा लेते हैं, पहले कंट्री म्यूजिक सुन लेते हैं.
This is exactly what
All
happened.
country music एक साथ.
So
Even better.
we were having tunde kebab in the evening, getting drunk as hell. All right, we're down about a half a bottle, maybe 1.5 bottles later at night. And next morning, I have a gig at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm playing for this very select group of 25, 30 people. And I don't really know who these people are. I've just been told that they're the cream de la cream kind of situation.
Ooh, nice.
You're generally told, hey, bahut achhe log hain.
The Khan Market Club.
All right, yeah. I go there, and there's a bunch of, dignified folks. And then there's a bunch of 20-year-olds. And then there's obviously a few who are just linked. They don't know what's going on. And this is a seated gig. And they paid top buck for this. I'm performing. I'm doing my thing. And you can't make this up. I mean, every suggestion, every hint, every suggestion, every poke, every little message, every little swell, every little anything I did on the mic that came out of my mouth, they knew exactly what I was doing. These guys know George Strait.
Damn.
I'm not even making this up. These guys know George Strait, and they also know Luke Bryan. So if I pop into like a cover, if I'm doing a cover from Luke Bryan, if I'm doing a cover from Chris Stapleton, or if I'm doing one of my own songs, they're all ears to hear it. This was a surprise to me because I never thought that, that I'm going to get that reception. And I found that as very, very ignorant of me, because I thought that maybe, I'm going to go to Lucknow. It's going to be very different. I was almost going to move into like an impersonation or something right now, but I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, but it was a surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And the weird thing is, like, I've been on Hinge for a while now, and the number of women on Hinge, yes, I'm straight. Okay, I'm just saying. The number of women on Hinge who say that their favorite kind of music is country is surprising.
Yeah.
And I was like, do they really know what country music is? Like, are they just saying country music matlab hamara desh ka gana? But from what you're saying now, I think they're actually talking about country music, man.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and it also,
our country's got country in its blood.
Yeah.
And adding to that, like, I feel like, this whole talk of how as Indians, or even as people like us playing Western music and Western genres, there's always this pressure that आप English में तो कर रहे हो, but हिंदी में कब गाओगे? आप एक गाना तो हिंदी कर दो. And I'm not against Hindi. I love Hindi. I do books in Hindi.
Yeah.
Like, I do voiceover books
You
in
have
Hindi.
quite a repertoire, man.
I think as beautiful as our languages are, I think English is also a language which unites India from length to breadth. Otherwise, how do you explain the success of bands like Coldplay coming in, selling entire stadiums?
Yeah,
Correct.
The reason why people from all over the states are coming and watching these shows.
Correct.
And now there's talk of so many other artists also, coming into the country,
Linkin
performing.
Park.
Linkin Park. So many metal bands, so many genres, people coming in.
Yeah.
And there is so much of revenue that these gigs are generating for the government of India as well.
True. Yeah.
How do you explain it if English was not a unifying language? So I think we also need to respect that.
So we as Indians are extremely, extremely good at things, and it doesn't matter what it is. So we don't give ourselves enough credit when it comes to stuff like this. We are the largest English-speaking population
Yeah, by far, in the world.
in the world. All right, and are you saying that a few of us didn't get rubbed into like country music or any other niche that is kind of unique? Come on, that's not even a conversation. Everybody likes something that's unique, and this has happened to me so many times where they've asked me like, "नहीं तुम यार पंजाबी नहीं गा रहे मतलब हिंदी नहीं आती तुम्हें मतलब," and then I like whip out like, "Hey," मतलब when I start speaking to them in Hindi, and the horror in the face, "Huh? ये तो अंग्रेजी बोल रहा था अभी."
और वो भी अमेरिकन वाला accent के साथ.
And the truth is, I'm just as desi as anybody else could be.
Yeah.
All right. Only the difference is I can do both. All right. One is an act. All right, because that's a stage act. Then I'm just as desi as you could be off stage.
I mean, Ashish, you're doing most of your music is English music.
Yeah, all of it is. All of it is.
Yeah, so even my band, Distill, we've got, all our songs are in English. We've got one song which has a Hindi version to it because it was for a campaign against, sexual abuse of children, because we wanted that message to reach as widely as possible. But at the same time, the music that inspired us was Western music, and it was English music, and we are just accustomed to writing in that language.
Correct.
That doesn't mean that we're any less Indian.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. That entire rhetoric makes no sense.
Yeah, and there's a whole generation of us that grew up on Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a whole generation of us who heard 90s pop, 90s rock, and the millennial, loops and all that stuff. But we also heard Bollywood. So as much as I like Jab Tak Rahega Samosa Mein Aloo, I still like a good Ricky Martin song or a good Backstreet Boys song. So It's a thing. We can do both. In fact, people often on say that why don't you leave India, go somewhere else and do this? Yeah, I could do that, but then I'm going to be a dime a dozen.
Exactly.
Here, now that's special.
Exactly. Exactly.
And when we talk about special, it's time for a special song by Mr. Winston. So, Winston, what is the song that you're going to perform for us next?
I don't know. A lot of people like Hometown. It's one of the first songs that I've done, and they want me to perform that a lot. And so I can do Hometown.
Awesome. You guys think about your hometown. We shall be right back after this song.
So, if you're away from home for whatever reason, this song's for you. This one's called Hometown. I wanna go back home to my town, where the air was fresh and the grass on the ground, where my old blue jeans and the yellow workman boots that turn brown drive my dad's pickup truck that always broke down. Man, I missed you so much, my hometown. Man, I missed you so much, my hometown. Yeah, I remember dirt brick roads when I was just a kid. I was chewing on corn or go steal some sugar cane. We would run for our lives, paddling hard on our bikes. We were dressed up like outlaws coming back at sundown. Man, I miss you so much, my hometown. Man, I miss you so much, my hometown. 'Cause I wanna feel like a kid, like I'm now. 'Cause I wanna wear my blue bead jeans, scream and shout. I wanna dream all the way, never come down. Man, I miss you so much, my hometown. Man, I miss you so much, my hometown. Man, I miss you so much, my hometown.
So, Winston, tell us about, for people who are watching you for the first time, where can they experience your music? What are the popular releases that have fared well in terms of like being received online on different platforms?
Yeah, I've been releasing music since 2018 now. And back then, my first release was Hometown. And by the way, I recorded Hometown with Ashish.
Ah.
Yeah.
In his studio.
At CBA's Den.
CBA's Dan.
Well, fun times. And it's been very well received, and I've been releasing music regularly with, collaborations, this and that now. And I focus a lot on Spotify. I know there's a lot of controversy about Spotify, but, I park my music there. So if you want to find me, that's a good place to find me. So you'll find me on Spotify, Winston Balman Music. I'm easy to find out there. You'll find all my releases.
Winston Balman and the Prophets of Rock as well, right?
Yeah. But since I went solo, it's been Winston Balman Music.
Right. right.
Okay. When did you go solo?
It's about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Oh, all right.
So like it's the old story that repeats itself. You know what happens to a band? It's got a shelf life, maybe 3-4 years, and then somebody becomes a daddy.
Yeah.
Somebody goes to school.
Somebody becomes professionally successful in an MBA job.
That is true.
Oh boy.
So that happens, and the good thing is I was able to retain everybody's soul with the music I'm still putting out nowadays. The band is still connected to the music. That's the fun part. So we might not be performing together as the same old lineup, but in every song that I produce or I do, the band is still connected.
So the lineup has changed and evolved a lot, right? Like since the time when you started, since the time when I had recorded those 2 songs of yours.
Correct.
And now it's different. So tell us a little bit about the lineup changes and how it has helped the music.
So initially when I started out, back in 2000, I think 15 or 14, 15, I think. It was Srikanth, Arco, and Valentino. And these guys are amazing musicians. Srikanth is, a guitar genius. Arco, a drum powerhouse, and Valentino, a groove king. So it was a really fun, mix, and me bringing in the whole country nostalgic rock vibe to it. It was like a kind of a mixed kind of a thing, and it kind of came together nicely because we kind of read each other's vibe really well, and that's how Hometown came along. But over the years, we moved on to another lineup where Sagar took on the guitars, Archit came onto the bass, drums was Hanujit Singh, and then I was singing, and there we go. So the lineup kind of changed because of basically just life. People move on to different priorities, and it's a thing. So, I don't hold nothing against anybody. It's just life, and we're all here to do work. We're all here to make music. That's the first thing to do. That's the karma. So, that's how it is. And now the lineup is a lot more fun. Now we have Munib Chicken, who plays guitars. All right. So he brings his own blend of super psychedelic rock into it.
Nice.
All right. And we have Daniel, who plays bass. All right. We have Saurabh, who plays drums. That guy's another powerhouse, by the way. He's literally broken kits. Like his legs are made of steel. Now we have Loretta, who sings with me. She is another singer, a vocalist, and this beautiful larking, husky, beautiful voice. So the live stage now is shared with more people, and it's a lot of fun.
That's nice. And what in the past with the Prophets of Rock, and now, how is your songwriting process changed?
We as a band together, our conversations, our thoughts, also, were very similar. The chemistry was always there. So a lot of the songs that we talk about or I've sung also bring about my personal experiences. But at the same time, they're also very, very visceral as them being part of those songs because their contribution is severe. And I'll tell you how. I generally will take an idea from them and then I'll bring it down to a piece of paper and I'll write maybe 10 incomplete songs. And I will use those 10 incomplete songs with an immediate, situation of myself, how I'm at in life. And then I'll come back home to my desk and I'll sit down for maybe a day or two and I'll just raw dog that thing into one song. This is going to be interesting to say, but AI has helped me a lot.
No way. Shut up.
I'm not kidding. And I'll tell you how.
What are you saying, Bobby? What are you saying?
Yeah, a lot of people.
AI, the one thing that musicians and artists and creative people are most scared of, jo tumhari jaan hi nahi, tumhari naukri bhi le lega. So yeah, please tell us, because we're very curious as to how are you using it to your advantage. So others can also.
Yeah,
We can also do the same.
let everybody take advantage of
Yes,
it.
please teach
Because
us.
it's here, like my philosophy is, sorry for barging in, but my philosophy is AI is here to stay. Instead of bitching about it,
Make the
we
most.
just need to use it to the best effect. There are DJs who are using it to put vocal samples instead of using the samples that they get with their DAW. Instead of putting those samples into their songs, they're using AI vocal samples which fit better.
Wow.
So that they, like even the small artists, they can get a vocalist for a song that they're creating in their bedroom without needing to actually hire a vocalist. So I see things like that, like which is where this can benefit us. So
Absolutely.
we just need to need to
Absolutely.
harness it in the best way possible without letting it kill our creativity.
Absolutely. I completely agree with this idea. And I know there's a lot of heat out there where we talk about like, hey man, AI, that ain't right, man. That ain't human. But the truth is, it's just as human as you want to think. And I'll give you an example. AI, I think, is a marketed term, but it's a tool. I literally tell AI to schedule my life.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a personal question,
Sure.
really close to the bone.
Yeah, that's going to be close.
How old are you?
I am 37.
God damn. Man, oh man. You got a lot of wisdom coming out here, sir. I gotta say. But okay, so I'm 45. Looking down the barrel of a 45. Sorry, anyway. And, I never thought of, I'm still learning about AI. And it's like one of those old people things when I'm just looking at AI going, God knows what these kids are doing with this thing. And it doesn't click with me. Like, it doesn't work with me. But then a couple of weeks back, we were trying to figure out we wanted to start a podcast.
Correct.
So Anubhav, who's our recording engineer. So he came in and he said, why don't we ask ChatGPT? I'm like, what? How could we have possibly done that? So we put it into ChatGPT, and surely enough, it gave us an entire plan.
Correct.
And we didn't listen to any of it. It didn't even recommend that, it recommended that we invite Bloody Wood, which I hopefully one day we'll get to get Bloody Wood into the studio.
Yeah.
But it gave a really nice, well-structured list of things to get done, which we did do some of the things, but mostly after it told us that, we were like, we're just going to do it anyway and screw the system. And here we are. And it worked out just fine. But we're going to keep asking questions. And and after your advice, your insight now, I think I'm going to start doing a weekly planner with my ChatGPT account.
Yeah, try it.
That should definitely help me out.
What I think is eventually is going to happen, especially with music, is that there's going to be a different genre completely soon enough. It's going to be AI music.
It already exists.
Correct.
Like,
There's really one cool band on Spotify that you and me listen to.
Yeah, was it the Velvet?
The Velvet.
Something or the other?
Something or the other.
Velvet.
The Velvet.
We got to Google this.
Google it.
We got to chat GPT.
Yeah.
The Velvet Sundown? Velvet Sunset or something like
Yeah.
That's the country band, isn't it?
No, they're actually like
There is a band
classic
called
rock.
Velvet Underground, which is separate.
Yeah.
But this AI band is...
When you said Velvet, I thought Velvet Revolver. But then anyways, like, no.
It's not even that. It's something
Velvet
else.
Sundown.
Velvet Sundown.
It's
Alright.
Velvet Sundown. And so they're already like a classic rock cover.
And it's
like,
all
not a cover
AI
band,
music.
but it's AI
like,
music.
Yeah, it's just been made
Like
by
the voice and everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so there's an app called Suno, which I think
I know about that
is probably one of the leading apps that is making artificial music.
Yeah, so
That's
you
the only
can
thing I
go
can call
there
it.
and you can say, I want a 30-second jingle for a shoe brand which is aiming at Gen Z in India. And it'll come up with something which suits them and works for them.
Yeah, I messed around with Suno for a bit. I loved it. Honestly speaking, I really liked it. But again, I would use Suno only to do heavy lifting. I would not use Suno to actually get a song done. Reason being because, again, very generic. You could prompt as good as you can get, but Ringo Starr played the drums, and there could be nobody else who could play like Ringo Starr after that on the Beatles records, right? On one of my songs, I had Joshua Grant play. All right, and there were some bits where we played, some bits that were kind of a mistake, but they were human, so we kept them. And we played around the song in such a way that it became the part of the record. So you can't do that with ChatGPT. You can't tell it to humanize something that's already super quantified or super everything that's laid. Yeah, you could definitely do a jingle. Commercial work, yeah. Heavy lifting makes sense. It can definitely do that, but you can tell. Because sometimes you can tell it does sound a little campy. I've heard some of these songs, and I can definitely tell.
Talking about hearing songs, I think it's time for his next song.
Yes, absolutely. And after that, I've got a couple of questions about AI myself. So,
What's the next song going to be?
What's the next song we're playing?
I don't know. Let you take a pick from the disco.
Something from the Marijuana Highway.
Sure, yeah. We could do Marijuana Highway.
Let's do Marijuana Highway.
All right. See you guys
Take
right
it
after
away.
this.
Yeah, Marijuana Highway me up.
We got too much marijuana going on right now.
Yeah.
It's been a long time I've been on the road, staring at the map all night, all alone. Many screens, all gizmos everywhere. I've gotta head out, find peace somewhere. The women are nice and so is the booze. Let the good times roll as long as I've got the blues, yeah, yeah. I ain't on a mission and I don't have a plan. I've gotta head out, gotta get there fast as I can. I'm on a marijuana highway, yeah. I'm on a marijuana highway, yeah. I'm on a marijuana highway, yeah. Find that maiden to get me out of here. She can treat me bad as long as she don't hurt me. Wanna ride that high as long as she don't drown me, yeah. I sing her stories, she whispers in my ear. Come back soon, gotta get there fast as I can. I'm on a marijuana highway, yeah. I'm on a marijuana highway, yeah. I'm on a marijuana highway, yeah. Find that maiden to get me out of here. Out of here.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
That's Marijuana Highway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Right on.
The Chubby Music Factory. Abhijit, Ashish, and Winston Balman.
Great. Very glad to be here.
Thank you. That was a wonderful song.
Oh, I have one more question about AI, and then we'll move on to some other things.
Go
Because
ahead.
some people are like, "Oh, just get off that shit already." Anyway, so I want to know if you think that AI is actually going to be a threat to original musicians, hardworking musicians?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think there's just too many humans. We as a species get sick of something that repeats itself too much.
Yeah.
We love repetition because it's relevant and it's relative.
Yeah.
We like to go back to a loop, but we also get sick of it.
Yeah.
And that's when you're looking for something new. As this whole conversation about AI becoming super popular, or is it going to become a threat, there's actually a huge bunch of people who are moving away from it and are very consciously looking for non-AI music, non-processed music. There's a movement in many parts of the globe where, in country music, there's a movement where people are looking for authentic, old school country. And that is stuff that is not so processed, not so much going on, not too busy. They want the old stuff, maybe a guitar and a guy. That's it. And if you look up the charts, there's a lot of people actually trending because of this. Simple, authentic, a camera, a guitar, and one dude singing. That's it. He's singing his heart out, honest truth, 4 chords. That's it.
Nice. And talking from the rock perspective, I really want to get to a point where, with my band that we can all agree on, where we want to record maybe with a metronome to start with, but just kind of lay down a groove, not follow it to the core and not quantize our music.
Correct.
Like, let the music flow naturally. I want to come to a point where we don't need to use a metronome at all.
Yeah.
And just make music like they did back in the 80s and the 90s. You just let it flow, organically. It's just, I think music is genuinely more enjoyable then.
I think what you're saying is, on stage, I would term it as cohesive energy.
Yeah.
Or should I say cohesive electricity.
Mm.
There is there's something that, a musician will appreciate and the audience.
Yeah.
There's a thing about live music that happens in close proximity to each other when you're a musician and the crowd. You're feeding off each other's energy. That energy, what we call chemistry in the music scene, is the metronome.
Like, which venue has like the best crowd in Delhi?
By far, I've got to say this loudly. I think Piano Man venues, they definitely have the sweetest crowd for.
But now there are 3 branches, so
Correct.
which is your favorite branch to perform at?
I don't think I have a favorite. I have a lot of memories.
With all of them, probably.
Yeah, at the B6 market, the smaller Piano Man, the jazz club.
the Safdarjung.
The Safdarjung.
I have a lot of memories there because my first gig at the Piano Man started over there. And then Gurgaon has a lot of great memories because Gurgaon can start wailing. You can literally like slam, your nuts off, rock out like hard. And Delhi, just the sheer size, just overwhelms you, brings that, the feeling of grandness and makes you want to just do better, I want to be a better artist now. I have so much happening for me. Like, I've seen Piano Man start from here and raise the level. No, I need to raise the level. This music from the Delhi circuit needs to get better. So makes you, inspires you, motivates you a great degree.
So if you're an artist watching this from other states and you're planning to come to Delhi, venues to look out for?
Definitely the Piano Man venues.
Depot 48 is another one.
It's a fantastic place to be.
Fantastic.
Very relatable nowadays to the crowd. Sidecar, Cocktails and Dreams is another place to be.
Oh, where's that?
Gurgaon.
Gurgaon.
Yeah.
All right. I need to get my ass out there.
Cocktails and Dreams. There's this one little place in Gurgaon called The Pit.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
the Pit
That's
is
where
an
the Pit's
American.
opened.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought, because they were in Vasant Vihar.
Yeah.
And
correct.
they didn't have any music at that point of time. They got music now?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. That's great.
So
That's
it's
a great steak that they got over there.
Yeah. Great American grill and great food and now music.
Fantastic.
So they'll have like a solo performer come in and perform. And they're very, very careful about, their curation. They'll have very specifically Americana style musicians coming and performing that. So it's fantastic. I love it.
nice.
I mean,
That's a place for you. Like, I mean,
I've performed there a few times and I've genuinely loved it because the people that come in there, they know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So if they're coming for steak, well, you can't go wrong there now, can you?
You're right.
Yeah, it's fun. I get to wear my hat every now and then, and I go and get some steak. It's fun. It's great. So these are some nice venues to go to, I think.
And what about all of India? Like, what's your favorite venue in the whole country?
There's so many venues actually. People, say they're like venues nahi hai. Like that's not true. There's a lot of venues, and the truth is we're so far in our own bubble that we don't know. The Northeast has a bunch of places to go to.
Oh yeah, that they do
Right?
for sure.
A bunch of places to go to, and there are new towns that are coming up with new places that even I don't know of.
it needs to be explored.
Yeah, and touring is a great part of it. So if you tour, you'll explore a lot of them.
Nice.
Gangtok is a great city, small town to do some gigs. Gangtok Groove is one of the is a name that you want to look up
Nice.
in Gangtok, and a bunch of cafes out there will all welcome you. They don't care where you're coming from, what music you do. They will welcome you to play music. Just walk in there, tell them, hey, I'm a traveling musician. Can you give me a spot where I can maybe entertain your people for maybe an hour and a half? And whether you want to do a tip jar thing or you want to do like a, cover charge thing, they're always going to welcome you. They're not going to say, no, we don't do it. They're open for that.
Nice.
And Calcutta,
Even cities like Pune is pretty happy.
Calcutta, Pune, Siliguri is a great place.
That's where I was born.
Yeah.
Siliguri?
Yes, very silly.
Shillong.
Oh yeah, Shillong. I went to Dylan's Cafe. Something.
Dylan's
That was
Cafe.
really nice.
Dylan's Cafe.
Are you guys realizing that all these cities are also culturally very significant cities?
Correct.
Music thrives where culture thrives, I believe.
Absolutely.
And a great deal of education.
And I've heard like Kochi and Kerala, like a huge rock and metal kind of hub. Have you played down there as well?
Not as yet. But I have had a few invitations. It's just that the commercials need to get worked out sometimes.
Yeah, it's really far off.
Yeah. And
From
plus,
here.
like,
Yes, for sure.
in 2025, bringing 6 people with you to, a place to perform and it's a small little pub, it's expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, but there's a lot of places here to perform. If it's done effectively and if you are at a place in your career where you can create the right roadmap or silk route to do a tour properly and effectively, you will actually come out with a plus on your commercials.
Nice.
Every time I've toured, I've always come back on plus. Like many times people say like, yeah, it's a losing thing, you lose money. No, you don't. If you do it effectively and with some discipline, if you don't get drunk every night, yeah. yeah.
And in case we left out any cities or any venues that you thought we should have taken up, then please write them in the comments below.
Correct.
Yeah, and if wherever you want to see Winston come and perform in your city, let us know, and we'll let him know. We'll get our people to get in touch with his people.
Yeah.
We just call him up on the phone. Where are you performing next, though?
I have a performance coming up on the 26th at the Director's Cut Home Club.
Where's that?
This is at the Ambience Mall.
Vasant Kunj?
The cinema hall, Director's
Correct.
Cut.
Yeah. So they also have
A club there.
a club over there.
Oh wow!
Which
I had
is
no
a members
idea.
only thing, and I'm performing there for members only.
I performed there a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's very
Nice.
nice.
I had
It's
no
also
idea.
a very nice venue to come in.
Yeah, it's called Home.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Home away from home.
Yeah, it's true. Talking about venues, there's a. I want to tell you something. There's this phenomena that happens. So we have festivals, right, all over India.
Mm-hmm.
In the Northeast, we have community festivals, fates. Like, how does the Mela?
Fate, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you would think a Mela is like a Ferris wheel, a few stalls here there, and that's pretty much it. Oh hell no! They really push it to the max, man. So you're looking at 40-foot stages, bro. Elevated, properly designed with PV sound. And I actually had the privilege to perform in one of those ones.
Wow. Where? What is this?
2018, Joai. It's about 2.5 hours away from Shillong. And this is a very sweet memory in my life. I asked the organizer how what kind of a crowd are we expecting? He said it's mostly villages and people from around the community, this and that. And we're looking about like 1,000 something, 1,500 people. I get up on stage expecting maybe 1,000, 1,500 people, and all I saw, it was like looking at a blanket of heads.
Oh my God.
There was more than 5,000 people out there.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's more than 5,000 people out there. And these are, small folk, small town folk, real country living dwellers, right? Some of these guys come with their chickens.
No.
All right. And they're singing Hometown for me.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's got to be amazing. What an experience.
Yeah. And I'm on that tour. I have Sagar on my right, who's doing guitars. And I'm looking at Sagar looking at me like, they're singing Hometown right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. This is just a word to musicians or artists. Don't get stuck up with the thing where you're looking for venues. Make the venue, man. Yeah. Go to your friend's house, tell them, hey, I want to invite 5 people. Can you invite 5 people? All 10 of you go live. Play your songs. Make the venue. All right. Don't look for a venue specifically. So I got a call for Joai, not because I was looking for it. It was just because I was just hyper proactively reaching out to people. Hey, can I do this? Can I do this? That's it. Rudy Walang's sound guy, Soulmate sound guy, he called me. He's, hey, we've got something going on. You want to come along over here, do a little thing? I said, sure, yeah. So we did it.
Damn.
Fantastic.
That is so cool, man. That is so
A
cool.
very, very sweet memory, for sure. One of the highlights of my life.
Wow, that is amazing. Man, thanks so much for sharing that. And having you in the studio has been absolutely fantastic.
My pleasure. I'm really happy to be here.
We have got lots of gems in there for sure. Thank you so much. When it comes to music, because I mean, of course, I've got a band. Ashish has got how many bands now?
A few.
A few
bands, yeah.
A few bands. So I've got one. Anyways, but that has inspired. But what you've said has inspired me, and I'm going to share this with my guys, and I'm going to play this podcast for them because I think there's a lot to learn, and because we keep getting sucked into this whole thing of, what do the people want to hear, and they're like, okay, they want to hear pop songs, but I'm like, but we're a grunge alternative metal band.
Do
We
your
don't
thing.
play that stuff. And Ashish did a fantastic thing for us. Like, we were actually heading down that direction of starting to play pop songs as rock covers and stuff like that. And he just said, like, why are you guys doing this? Just play your own shit and play music you love. And whoever is your crowd will find you. They will find you. And I think, thanks to Ashish, they are. So, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
My pleasure.
I gotta say this, like, I've known Ashish now for some time. And whatever he does, whenever he gets involved with something, it's a rabbit hole you're digging.
Oh,
he
hell
goes
yes.
in hard. All right? And So
I know, for sure.
if he's doing it with 100%, maybe 200%. You might get sick of it sometime here and there, but he's doing it well.
You got a good egg here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, we shall bid you a good evening or good night or good morning, whatever it is over where you're listening at this point of time. Thank you so much for joining us at the Chubby Music Factory podcast.
Make sure you check out Mr. Winston Balman on all the music platforms on YouTube.
We'll link everything wherever we can link it.
He keeps releasing music, so at whatever point of time you check this out, there will be something new to listen to on his Spotify. And better
And Apple
still,
Music.
try to catch him live. Invite him to your city, because having followed Winston's music, being his fan and also his producer, for 2 songs at least.
Correct.
I can vouch that this guy is evergreen property and he's only going to get bigger.
Absolutely. And he puts on a fantastic show, man.
Yes.
I kid you not, it's a hell of a good time.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to seeing you live again. Thanks for coming to the studio. Thanks for sharing your time with us and your ideas and thoughts and feelings and
appreciate
emotions.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for coming over,
Yeah.
man. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, like, share, do all that stuff.
Comment.
See ya, bye.
Bye.
It's this song. Lately, it started getting a lot of traction. Like initially, when I wrote the song, when I was in grade 8. So I was like, yeah, 8 or 9. Yeah, you heard it. It's Twice Shy. So when we released it in 2018 with the Marijuana Highway EP, I didn't really think it's going to be much of anything, right? But now, it's like every now and then I'm getting a DM like, I love Twice Shy. Twice Shy, so so relatable. And I don't I feel ashamed because I wrote this when I was in class 8 or 9, like. And it's still, very relatable to people, grown-ass adults, telling me that because it was for a song that I wrote in class 9. And I look back and I, trying to remember the time when I wrote it, it was just a spur of the moment, like, bleh. Yeah, but yeah, I'm so glad it's actually relevant to a lot of people. Let me try it. Like I said, I might just get a verse in. Know where you are, but I don't know how to reach you. Stare at the phone, but I don't call, 'cause I don't need you. See your window, see you smile, but it's not for me. You said I was a waste of time, maybe in time you will see. One day you call me back. Cry your story, confess you need me back. Maybe I'll be smart, tell you I ain't got the time. One time love struck, twice shy. I see the scars down in my heart, but I pretend to be okay. Maybe it's time for me to move ahead each night and day. Don't worry, you're done, nothing wrong, and in time you'll see I'm happy without you now. I hope you find someone better than me. Whoa, 'cause I don't wanna love you, baby, 'cause I don't trust in you. 'Cause I don't wanna love you, baby, I'll find someone better than you. 'Cause I don't wanna love you, baby, you were never there for me. Maybe it's not right for you, but it's good for me. One day you'll call me back. Cry your story, confess you need me back. Or maybe I'll be smart and say I ain't got the time. One time love struck, baby girl. This time I'm twice shy. Twice shy. Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite man.
Really? You, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.